The Miss India organization just announced the 30 state winners who are going to be competing for the prestigious crown. And if you are curious to know who is on track for the crown, then you have to stay tuned because I use some key factors to depict someone who's just on track, and I might just have predicted the winner already. Hi everybody, I am Lake Uthaya, your Femina Miss India Punjab 22 and a pageant coach. And today's video is actually going to be a reflection of the video I made half a year ago called How to Become a Miss India. And in that, I break down factors that actually the organization looks at. And based on those patterns, we are going to analyze the state winners to see if I was on track and also see what their unique factors are. Let's get started. As usual, here are the chapters. I will not just be talking about the state winners, but also doing a quick analysis on what my opinion has been towards the end and share a little bit of secrets. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. First up, we have Femina Miss India Himachal Pradesh 2024. Her name is Abha Katre. She has a bachelor's in fashion communication and she is an Odissi and a freestyle dancer. She seems to be a model and has work links. And the unique thing about her is that she's an entrepreneur for an interior design brand. And from my stalking skills, I've realized that she also had tried for Miss Diva in 2023. She seems to be a fitness enthusiast and is very pretty. She's got very Deepika Padukone features. And I'm very excited to see how she is going to be doing in the pageant. Next up, we have my successor, Femina Miss India Punjab 2024. Give it up for Amrita Sethi. She is a rising Punjabi star and basically became a sole breadwinner for her family at just the age of 17. And I've seen her audition videos on her YouTube, and she seems to be a really good actor. Absolutely has a stunning face and a social media presence of 315K, and also has done event anchoring. Let's see what she brings to the table. Sakshi Joshi is Femina Miss India Uttarakhand 2024. She has a BA in psychology and English from Delhi University and has risen to fame through the music video Tu Samne Aaye by Jubin Nautiyal. I love Jubin Nautiyal, by the way. She's a district level basketball player, she's a painter, she's a swimmer, and she has done diverse projects in TV commercials and print shoots. And from what I've noticed, is already a part of Time's talent. She has her industry experience, of course, in acting and modeling, and boasts a social media following of 141K. She does belly dancing as well as Kathak, and I'm very excited to see what she also brings to the table. Next up, we have a pretty strong contender. This is Supriya Dahiya for Miss India Haryana 2024. She actually has been Femina Miss India Delhi in 2020, the batch which Manasa Varanasi won, and in fact was in the top 15, which was called to Mumbai. And she is a commercial multi-engine pilot who earned her wings in the United States of America and has a collection of trophies and is a distinguished horse rider and has a flair for violin during her school days. She's a ballerina, a debater, a fitness enthusiast, and has participated in a lot of athletic events. She reminds me of my time ki Miss India Haryana. Her name was Savi Rai. They have very similar features. I don't know how I feel about state winners coming back once again, but I mean, you have to wait till the end of the video for my opinion. But she is amazing. She looks stunning, definitely has experience in the past, and she actually won that title when she was just 18. So I'm sure she has improved, and I'm very excited to see her in this season. Next up, we have Femina Miss India Delhi Sifti Singh. She is having a bachelor's of technology degree in computer science. She has performed Nukkad Natak at the National School of Drama, and her advocacy is a safe, joyous childhood to children free from abuse. And she has industry experience in modeling. I feel she's absolutely photogenic and might definitely come in the top 5 or actually win the Miss Photogenic title. I'm already predicting this. Next up, we have Divyanshi Batra. She is Femina Miss India Uttar Pradesh 2024. She was the first girl to actually be announced as a state winner because the pageant happened very much on the audition day itself. So she's held this title a lot longer than everyone else. And she is a business administration student. She specializes in marketing. And at the age of 18, she's had an array of certifications like numerology, Reiki healing, and graphology. which shows that she's actually quite curious as a person. She is a content creator and has collaborated with a lot of lifestyle brands like Nika and Boutique and Urbanic, which is great because I also happen to be an influencer. I don't know if I like that word, but like definitely a creator. So I understand how, unlike modeling, content creation just happens to be something that no one can take away from you. You can never be replaced because your audience has been built by you, and there's only one person who can cater to her level of audience. So I think that's great. She's the only content creator in this entire pageant, and she looks beautiful. Next up, we have Femina Miss India Madhya Pradesh, Nikita Porwal. Oh my god, I love that dimple. She is a theater artist and has performed in over 60 plays and has also penned a 250-page play called Krishna Leela. She has already landed a primary role in a feature film, which has shown itself across two international festivals and will be shown in India soon. And her advocacy is welfare of the animals, which is a cause which is very close to her heart. She has her experience in acting, modeling, and also hosting. So, another somebody to look out for. With that, we come to the end of the North Zone. It's a very interesting mix of people. Who is your favorite so far? Make sure you comment below. Pause this video, do that, and just go down and comment who your favorites are, because I'm pretty sure these contestants will be watching and they'd be really happy to see if they have supporters. Now we come to the Northeast Zone. I am so excited to get this list going because I've seen so much potential in the Northeast state winners, and I'm really excited to read them out for you. The first one, let's start with Miss Arunachal Pradesh 2024. She's Tadu Lunia. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Her BWAP project is the highlight because in the last 4 months, she has initiated projects related to menstrual health awareness. She's renovated 2 schools and she's developed infrastructure for a rehabilitation center. She has a BA in English, journalism, and sociology, and she's also the winner of Kingfisher Miss Arunachal, which is her state pageant. Interesting. Next up, we have Jentiren Jamil. She is Miss India Nagaland 2024. She was actually a second runner-up in Miss Nagaland, again, a state pageant, and she's pursuing her master's degree in sociology. And I have not seen her BWAP extensively, but she has posted stuff about helping the underprivileged, and her talent is acting and dancing. Next up, we have Chanshui Khai. She is Femina Miss India Manipur 2024. She is a postgraduate in performing arts, and she has won the Sushma Swaraj Award for Distinguished Women Achievers in Music and Dance. Amazing. And she also is the winner of Sunsilk Mega Miss Northeast 2023. And she has a social media presence of over 30K, which is great. And her Beauty with a Purpose project is about advancing children and youth development programs in the education system. We have Lal Sankhini. She is Femina Miss India Mizoram 2024. She has done a BSc in nursing. Wow, that's a BWAP in itself. And she advocates for mental health and also was Miss Congeniality in the Northeast Diva pageant, as well as her talent include acting and dancing. Going through her profile, I realized that as a nurse, with whatever capacity that she's had, she has definitely helped spread awareness about a lot of issues. So that's really nice to see. Next up, we have Femina Miss India Tripura 2024. Please give it up for Nikita Ghosh. She is a graduate in math and computing and has cleared exams like GATE, JEE Mains, NTSC. She has lost 17 kgs and has won gold in international painting competition and has achievements in recitation, music, and sports. And she also won NIT Agartala. Something about Tripura girls being really smart. I remember even in my batch, the girl won like 2 subtitles, both of which included quizzes. She is the first person in this entire list till now to have industry experience. She has done ads with brands like Wheat and Jiva and has a good social media presence of over 10,000 followers. We have Femina Miss India Meghalaya. This is Angelia and Marvin. And guys, I needed to take a breath after looking at her Instagram profile. She is stunning. She is as model material as a model material can be. But apart from that, she's a political science scholar. She is into river rafting and cliff diving and trekking and chasing waterfalls. And I love her Instagram aesthetics. It's so beautiful. Her talent includes dance and music, and she has had training, yes, in this space, and has a social media following of 11,600. She's beautiful. And again, somebody very photogenic and someone to look out for because she has good industry experience. Next, we have Femina Miss India Assam. Give it up for Arundhati Saikia. Wow, she is also a licensed commercial pilot who soars above the ordinary. Oh, nice. And her modeling career spans over a decade. And she was also a Northeast Diva participant. And her talent includes Satriya dance, which is a native Assamese dance, which is so nice. I think it's so nice to learn about new cultures when they actually mention it in their bio. Wow, now we have like girls with industry experience as well. Let's see who's next. We have Femina Miss India Sikkim, Sarah Hangma, and y'all, she is the first Northeastern representative who has represented India at Teen Universe in 2022 in Nicaragua. And I think is the youngest in this batch, to be honest. She is an arts graduate. She is the youngest taxi driver in Sikkim. She supports underprivileged children, reflecting her commitment to giving back despite her modest means. And she continues to honor the promise to her father, which was to put Kolatar on the map to fulfill her dreams. It's so sweet. And I have seen her videos of her performing on the international stage. And I really hope the organization gives her a chance to shine because she is a performer. All right, it's your time to pause this video and comment below who is your favorite so far from the Northeast Zone. Next up, coming to East Zone, the first one we have is Femina Miss India Chhattisgarh Vishakha Rai. Vishakha Rai has graduated out of Symbiosis Center of Media and Communication. She is a creative copywriter. She's a model. She is the winner of the Times Fresh Face Season 14. She also won India's Miss TGPC Chhattisgarh, and she tried for Miss India in 2023 from what I've researched. She is a trained actor and she is managed by Times Talent, given that she probably won Times Fresh Face, and she's worked for quite a few Times Fashion Weeks. She is a very eloquent speaker. The one thing that I noticed through her videos is that she doesn't shy away from speaking. She has brilliant command over her speech. And I think by far she's one of the best speakers in the batch. Next up, we have the cutest contestant I have found yet. Her name is Aditi Jha. She is Femina Miss India Bihar 2024. She is a model and has modeled for the Zudio Fall collection. She has won national and international awards in English Olympiads. And she gives me very Gen Z vibes and very fresh to this whole industry. And I'm definitely sure will bring a breath of fresh air in it. Her BWAP project, even though it's not on her social media, I realize is something that she's been teaching kids for over a year. And it's called Project Saksham. She's been helping her dad alongside it, and it should be coming out soon. So that's something we should be looking at because that really makes her a whole package. She absolutely, again, very eloquent and really cute. I'm really excited to see how she performs in this pageant. Next up, we have a very self-sufficient, independent, inspiring woman. Give it up for Miss India Jharkhand 2024, Riya Nandini. Riya Nandini has industry experience because she has worked in soaps that are in Star Plus and Colors TV. She is a Bharatanatyam dancer. She started her career at the age of 16 and she became a young entrepreneur at the age of 18 and has created jobs through her salon, is basically a makeup artist and also an BBA graduate. She's an educator and someone who boasts a social media following of 67,000 followers. Now, this is a very inspiring woman. Next up, we have Femina Miss India West Bengal, Dolly Singh. She is known to have done a lot of ramp shows. She enjoys dancing and reading and basically is trying to inspire and innovate the fashion industry. Next up, we have Femina Miss India Odisha 2024. Give it up for Ananya Pandey. She is by far the highest educated person in this entire batch. She has a master's in economics. She works at Citicorp, which is one of the leading banks, and is a 200-hour yoga certified instructor and a certified functional nutritionist. She enjoys trekking, diving, snorkeling, and bouldering. And I've personally mentored her and have been in touch with her, and I've seen her resilience and her perseverance for this title, and just everything she does it with so much dedication. And I'm so proud of you, Ananya, if you're watching this, and I'm very excited for your journey. With that, we reach the end of the East Zone. Your time to pause again and comment below who is your favorite from the East Zone. Coming to South Zone, a zone I find extremely strong. Let's start off with Femina Miss India Andhra Pradesh, Bhavya Reddy. She is a BTech in IT. She is a corporate professional. She's also a fashion model and is an avid Bharatanatyam dancer. She has performed in front of the MP of Rajya Sabha of Telangana, and she is the founder of Mindkind, which is a mental health initiative which has impacted over 1,500 people. Now, I have met Bhavya personally, and someone that I have also guided for a photo shoot. Everything she does it with so much heart. I remember telling her that I see a lot of me in you, and I'm so glad that she's here because, like a lot of other girls, she's obviously worked very hard for it, and I'm very excited to see her journey as well. Femina Miss India Telangana, Prakriti Kambam. She is talented, y'all. She specialized in Bollywood, jazz, hip hop, ballet, and South Indian styles of dance, whereas her athletic achievements include championships in high jump and long jump and sprints. And she's also been a leader in a throwball team. She's also been a Bangalore winner for Times Fresh Face, and she is now making her Tollywood debut. I also noticed that she was in the top 10 of Miss Karnataka in 2022, the year that I was there. So that's amazing. She's been trying for a while, and I'm really, really sure this victory is well deserved. And she has such amazing hobbies, y'all. She enjoys dancing and quilling and puzzles, and she loves painting pots and glasses, and also Zentangles. I had to Google that stuff to understand, oh, that's what Zentangles means. Amazing. We have Malina. She is Femina Miss India Tamil Nadu 2024. She is a renowned actress, has a social media following of 171K, and has started her own Share Life Foundation, which is an organ donation initiative, which I can see that she cares very deeply about. She basically got her mechanical engineering degree on a full scholarship because she got a 96% in her boards. And she started working at the age of 18 to support herself. And her first pair of heels she bought with her inaugural salary, which symbolizes her entry into the Femina Miss India pageant. I think that's beautiful. And she is beautiful, and she seems like a total package. We have Akshata Meetane. She is Femina Miss India Kerala 2024, and she is a BTech IT graduate and is an anchor for Sun Network in Behind the Woods. She has hosted 250 live shows, interviews, and events in the last 1 year. Wow. She has quite a few pageant titles under her belt. She is India's Miss TGPC Kerala. She also won Miss Tamil Nadu 2023. She was in the top 180 for Liva Miss Diva last year. She was the first runner up in Miss South India and also won Lulu's Beauty Queen of the Year. She is also a ramp model, and she has also done many TVC brands and boasts a social media presence of 92,000. This is another really strong contender with her anchoring experience. I'm pretty sure is a very phenomenal speaker as well. And let's see, the competition just keeps getting fiercer, guys. The Shetty power remains strong. Give it up for Apeksha Shetty. She is Femina Miss India Karnataka 2024. She is a South Indian dance performer whose journey to classical dance, to the corporate world, and then to modeling and acting is truly inspiring. The loss of her father became a turning point in her life, which has fueled her determination to pursue this dream. She boasts a social media presence of over 22,000 people and has modeled for over 12 brands, which are homegrown. She is one of the most stunning faces in this batch, most definitely. A crown face, I would say. With that, we come to the end of the South Zone. We just have one more zone to go. It's your time to pause right now and tell me who your favorite is from the South Zone. I'm pretty sure South Zone there was quite a lot of competition because one girl better than the other with so many accolades to their name. Let me know who your favorite was so far. Next up, we have the West Zone, the first state winner that I have on my list is Shruti Roll. She's Femina Miss India Goa 2024. She has the industry experience and has modeled for a lot of brands like HP, Google, Taco Bell, and Marriott. She has a social media presence of over 21,000. She actually won Miss Navi Mumbai first runner up in 2022. She also participated in Miss Grand India and also won Maharashtra Times Shravan Queen, which happens to be a local pageant. She is the founder of an NGO for marginalized women. Quite a competition. Arshia Rashid, Femina Miss India Maharashtra 2024. This state is expected to be having the highest amount of competition, and someone who wins most definitely is placed in really high regards from the organization's perspective. But let's see why. A diploma in political science, and she actually wanted to join the armed forces, but right now volunteers with local government bodies in election campaigns, policy making, as well as nation building. She has won the Khel Ratna Award in school and a gold medal in inline skating. She is a former NCC cadet who marched in the 2022 Republic Day parade. Y'all, I was an NCC cadet and I know that is not easy. Campaigns that she's done includes brands like Manish Malhotra, Neeta Lulla, Abhijani, Sandeep Khosla, Ritu Kumar, Manisha Jaising, Kalki Naika, and she's also done a Ponds TVC and boasts a social media presence of 22.9K. And she has also founded an NGO with her mom at the age of 18. She seems like quite the competition, you all, and I'm really looking forward to this contestant in the pageant as well. Next up, we have another multi-talented individual. Give it up for Ayushi Dholakia. She is Femina Miss India Gujarat 2024. She is a recipient of the National Youth Award and was notably Miss Teen International 2019. She won the national and the international award for India, guys. Apart from that, she has a graduation in media and communications, and she balances her role between being an actress. She's worked in 2 Gujarati feature films, a model, as well as a content creator. She has a background in Kathak and is a national level handball player. And I have worked with her personally. I have followed her for an entire year, and she is brilliant speaker and definitely someone that the organization honestly is very lucky to have, because I see so much potential in that girl. Ayushi, all the very best. We have Vaishnavi Sharma. She is Miss India Rajasthan 2024. She has won the Woman Icon Award 2024 by the Rajasthan governor. She has also won the pageant called Miss Rajasthan in 22, as well as Miss Queen of India in 22. She has a social media presence of over 82,000, and she is a model as well as a tarot card reader, and quite literally has grown in the realm of pageants. Very sweet girl. Really, really wanted this title for a really long time. I'm so happy for you, Vaishnavi. All the best. Last but not the least, we have Femina Miss India Union Territories. Give it up for Rekha Pandey. She has a degree in film and mass communication. She has won a bronze medal for International Commerce Olympiad, and she has directed, researched, and scripted an award-winning documentary called Rajmachi. She tried for Femina Miss India last year as well, and she was in the top 10 finalists for Union Territories, but she made it this year. Perseverance. Her advocacy talks about empowering women in rural India. With that, we come to the end of the West Zone. Comment below who your favorite from West Zone was. Let us do a quick recap. What did we learn? Yes, go back to the video where I say how to become a Miss India so that you understand what I'm going to say now. All these girls are commercially viable. All these girls have a brilliant personal brand, not necessarily the number of followers, but also if you want to talk about how well their feed is put up and how much you understand about them from their social media. Brilliant. They, of course, are well networked people, meaning they've put in the effort to know the right people, to have participated in previous pageants, to have done their deed in terms of modeling and acting. They're very physically well groomed. Most of them have gone to pageant training institutes. Yes, it is important because an organization sees more value in you if you already know what you're getting yourself into rather than to groom somebody from ground zero, which is why going to a coach, learning about things is important. I believe that just having a dream in your heart is not enough. All these girls, of course, when you see their stories, they're talking about how they're making their 15-year-old proud, their 8-year-old proud. And yes, it's a childhood dream for a lot of people, but these girls have put in the work. When I read things about them, you realize that, oh my God, they're not just girls doing what their parents ask them to do, but hoping that one day they become a Miss India. They've taken active steps towards it, and so should you. The second one is an opinion about state winners getting a second chance. I don't know if I'm very sure about this. Of course, not from a girl's perspective. A girl can do whatever she wants. If she feels like her dream was unfulfilled, she comes back again, and very well. In terms of the organization taking them, I don't know if you can actually map out competition, because there are a lot of girls who are doing this for the first time versus a girl who knows exactly what happens. Not that it changes anything, but then someone who's been there, done that might just have a higher chance of winning. But I guess if you've got the face and the talent, baby, you're in. A lot of people have this misconception that you need to be Ambani level rich to win. A lot of these girls have worked really hard to source for themselves and to earn for themselves to make it here, because pageants are expensive. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not. And if anyone is taking a very minimal amount and teaching you, I'm really not sure about the quality that they're putting into their training. So I really want you to change your mindset on money and stop giving up on your dreams because you think you don't have a certain amount, but instead work for it. Let me know if you want me to make a video on the changing mindset that you need to become financially independent. I will be happy to do that because I have used it upon myself, and I have seen myself go from a scarcity mindset person to an abundant mindset. Pageant experience in the past helps. I don't like it when girls just shoot in the dark saying this is the only pageant I'm ever going to participate in. Just getting an understanding of how pageants work by participating in your local pageants also gets rid of that little fear and nervousness that you might have and helps build your confidence. Now, here is a secret that I want to tell you. If you've seen the pictures of the girls being put out, you'll see that all of them are in their audition black dresses. And if you want to wonder, okay, well, they were not announced winners on the day of the audition itself because the top five had gone there. How do they have pictures in the sashes? Apparently, what happened is top two were chosen out of the top five, and the two were called into another studio, and their photo shoot was done. That means two girls of each state wore the sash, and then one of them got selected. And honestly, I'm just okay. If you're watching this and if you were in the top two and you wore the sash, you were this close to your dream and you didn't make it, I'm really sorry. I really wish there was a better way to get them to just get the winner out and not have you get so close to it, almost touch the sash and not be able to wear it for a whole other year. And I'm sorry about it. If you'll see a lot of these contestants, their sashes are AI generated. You'll notice it in the girls who are probably not wearing the black dress, or somewhere where the sash does not feel real. It's probably not, but AI has really helped a lot of people. And I just kind of wish that they'd used AI for all the winners that they had chosen after taking their shoot, and I wish that getting someone to get so close to their dream and still not get it was not done. Another thing that you all don't know, that all top 5 girls who made the top 5 from each state are now a part of Time's Talent, which means all 5 girls have signed the contract and now are with an agency, which is such a huge blessing for newbies or newcomers who had no idea about this. But just because they got into the top 5, now they get to be a part of Time's Talent and they get to do the same kind of auditions and they get to have the same opportunities, which is great. This is another reason that you should try your luck. Maybe even if you don't win the state winner title, you still get an agency to your name. You get to work with them, and probably the next year you try because they know you already, they've seen you work. You might as well just win the title. Y'all, this was a long video. I feel like I've been speaking for an hour. Let me see after editing how long this actually comes down to. If you have watched so far, I want you to comment Queen Energy, because I hope you are as inspired and motivated as I am right now listening to all these amazing stories of these amazing women. They obviously also had skills that run outside of pageantry, which also makes you unique. So make sure you keep your skills up and growing and upgrading them all the time. Thank you so much for watching, and to all the winners, congratulations. Your journey of a lifetime is about to begin. I hope you have the greatest time and take back a ton of memories, because you definitely will get a lot of them. Make sure you're nice to each other, make sure that you are kind to each other, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.